everyone, and welcome back to Mommy and Me. It's been such a long time since we've done this.
It has, and look how huge they are.
I know, I was saying, I was telling Casey that we were doing a baby update, and you said, what babies? And I was like, they're toddlers, they're not babies anymore. But I'm excited to catch up on these boys and with Sight, because I can't believe they're going to be one.
I know, it's so cool.
So funny. They can see themselves, so they're like, this is so cool.
I know, it's going to be a lot louder than it usually is.
Yeah, these are a little different. So we wish that Angel was here, of course, and hopefully we'll be filming this with her soon, but we are going to be checking in with her throughout the video in California to see what's going on with her twins. But what is going on with Daxton? What is he doing?
Daxton, he's definitely in the terrible twos. Not loving every part of it, but I'm trying to. I just enjoy. I think one thing that he is really getting, yeah, you found a Power Ranger. It's like, what? Where did that come from? He's definitely, it's mine. He's definitely got his own personality, and he's kind of forging his place in our family, you know, as the youngest, he's kind of Brock's little echo. He echoes everything that Brock does and says, which is really adorable because Brock's a good kid. And yeah,
That's so fun.
yeah.
He's so funny. We are also entering into the terrible twos. Like, I feel like we are just like getting into the terrible twos. Winston has been sick for a long time. He has been sick for about a month, and so I think that has also been harder. He just doesn't feel good, so he's whiny and throws himself on the ground, and he's dramatic, and like, okay, that's okay, we'll get through this. But just like you, I'm trying to enjoy it, and I feel like I really am enjoying it more with Winston than I did with Braden and Gage. Because I was so worried about being like a perfect mom, and I don't want anything to act that way, and this and that. And with Winston, I just know it's gonna go by so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a perfect mom, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
Because I love it, and so if he throws a fit, I want to try to take care of it, but at the same time, I guess I give myself a break more.
Yeah.
Like, it's just him being a little baby. It's not that big of a deal. So,
I agree. I think as moms, we put so much pressure on ourselves to like make sure our kids, like, we're doing everything right so that our kids will do everything right, and you just can't.
Right.
You can't stress out about it. Hey, are you going to look at the Twitter questions? Is that what you're doing?
Is it time?
That's the other thing he does, is he thinks my phone is his phone, and it's not.
Yeah.
But because I've used it a few times to like appease him, now he thinks it's his.
Yeah.
So I really wish that I hadn't done that.
I know, it's so funny how they get attached to things like so quickly. Winston is obsessed with watching TV and movies. And I know that that's not the best thing, but it just helps us get through every day. He loves to watch it on the computer. When we drive, I have a TV in my car, and the first thing we do is pop the TV open and he watches TV everywhere we go.
Yeah, and it makes it easier.
It makes it so much easier, and I feel bad. And it's not like he's doing that all day, but like, where do you draw the line on what?
I know. Well, I've been guilty. Like some days where I just have so much to get done, I'm guilty of watching, you know, a little bit too much TV. But if you do like try to balance that with it is just a helpful thing to have.
Right.
And you can have certain shows are better than others.
Right.
You know, like maybe Power Rangers isn't the best, but we watch Curious George too.
Yeah, right. And there are so many like little Einsteins or Leapfrog that we watch a lot so that they're learning a little bit along the way. So
yeah.
But it's not. Whatever gets you through this time, because it's busy. It is so busy. I forgot how busy toddlers are. But they're fun.
They never take a second to rest.
Yeah.
Even when they're tired.
Yeah. And like you were saying, it's just so fun to see once they start getting personalities how that fits into your family. It's a lot of fun. So let's see what's going on with the twins. Take it away, Angel.
What's up, guys? So I'm here with Kai and Sai. They're asleep right now. This is their bedtime, but I figured this would be the best time for me to record, because if I try to do it while they're awake, they are going to take down my camera. So here's their update. All right, Sai, this little sleeping wonder, he is 21 pounds and he's quite long. Actually, he and his brother are both the same height. They're a little over 2 feet tall, and they've got gigantic kids like their mother. What Sai really likes to do these days is stay around me. He sometimes gets very clingy. Well, actually a lot of the time. He's spoiled, rotten. So he likes to be in my lap. He likes for me to hold him. he pretty much just wants to be around me. But something that he does that I think is really sweet is he tries to hold conversation. A lot of the times just will get into just talking, just blah, 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 blah. It's cute. He actually has quite a few real words. He's been talking since a very young age. I want to say he started saying his first words at around 6 months, and he's just added to it. He is the eater of the two. He really loves a lot of things. He doesn't too much care for sweet stuff, but he does like fruit. So he'll eat strawberries and berries, not bananas and stuff like that. And of course he loves his big brother Marcus like no other, but he is not quick to warm up to strangers the way he used to be when he was little. Now this king size fella in my lap, Kai, is 22 pounds. So they're only a pound apart. And like I said, they're about the same height. He is now more, he likes to explore. So being that they both can walk, Kai started walking first at around 10 months. And then Sai started walking at around 11 and a half months. Since Kai is a better walker, he likes to wander off and explore things. So if we don't have gates up in the house, Kai is gone. Their favorite room to be in is little Marcus's room. Kai will just spend minutes upon minutes at little Marcus's desk just trying to figure out what he can rip apart, get into, whatever. He loves it. Second to little Marcus's room is the bathroom. He also really enjoys the bathroom because he likes toilet paper. He likes to just pull it off the roll. He's all about it. Now both of them, when they are being mischievous together and we don't have up the kitchen gate, they like to go to, we have a water cooler that dispenses water and it's right at their height. So they like to just let all the water drain out onto the floor. They just think it's so comical. I don't know why they love it. They both enjoy music. Music soothes them. They like to dance. They get their little butts going. They drop it like it's hot. It's so cute. It's adorable. And what they just started doing is singing with me. If I start singing really loud, they'll give it to me. It makes my day. But yeah, they're both still nursing. So I'm hoping that they'll wean soon, but they're not showing any signs of it. They're both really good travelers. They're pretty calm kids, but when they turn up, they turn all the way up. Sai will scream and holler. Kai has a very high-pitched scream that he knows how to get into it. But if I can give them something that calms them, they'll take it. Like they love water, cups of water. They love to nurse. So, I mean, for the most part, I have some really sweet kids, but they know how to make me overwhelmed when they feel like it. But they try to treat mommy nice. And they, yeah, I guess the biggest thing is they know how to tear up stuff. They know how to wreck shop. All right, that's pretty much the update for the Tanksley twins. If you guys want to hear more or see more of the twins, y'all know where y'all can go. That Chick Angel TV. All right, Colette, Kaylee, take it on back to you guys.
We always like staying connected with you, and you have asked us a few Twitter questions, so we are going to answer a few, and Angel is going to answer them as well. You ready?
Yes. Are you guys ready? The first question comes from Vandy, our best year yet. She asks, what are some of your favorite quirky things your boys do right now? Can't wait to watch. Favorite quirky things. Oh my goodness, there's so many funny.
I know, I love them.
Daxton lately, I don't know, like he just has random times where he'll just like, somebody will say something and he'll go, what?
He did that to me the other day.
And he says it with the most like, what?
Yeah. I know when he did it to me, I was like, oh, well, I'll tell you. Because it is just
really
like he's like into this conversation.
Yeah, I'm so serious. What? Yeah, that's one of my favorite things that he's doing lately.
That's really cute. One of my favorite things that Winston has been doing is if he gets in trouble, he will get in our face and he'll just do the cheesiest smile and he turns his head like, it's okay, Mom. And it is. When he does that, I'm like, you're right, it's okay. It's the cutest thing though. He'll just like get right in your face and just the biggest smile.
The quirkiest thing I think the boys do is, they act bashful. And that is so, like this one right here, Kai, he puts his little head down and like looks up at you with his long eyelashes. That just seems so weird to me. And he'll hide his face sometimes. It's crazy. Or when they're not being bashful, the most like outgoing time is if I'm FaceTiming somebody. They'll take the phone and just start off in conversation. So I guess it's the quirky thing is when they decide they want to be really outgoing and when they decide to be bashful. It just blows my mind that they are literally making choices of when they want to, you know, communicate with people and when they don't. So that's their little quirky feature. Back to you guys.
Our next Twitter question is from Jane Dodo. What can you see in your little boys that remind you of when your older children were their age?
That's a hard question because they're all so different, but they all, you know, do similar things. I think with Daxton, he reminds me a lot of Avia sometimes because I think he has a lot of her personality. Like he's very headstrong. He's not ever really shy or embarrassed. Yeah, he's a lot like Avia.
That's fun. That's so funny because Winston reminds me a lot of Braylee.
Really?
If I had to compare them to my two kids, he doesn't remind me of Gage at all. Braylee was very wild and like busy when she was his age and just constantly doing stuff, tearing stuff out of my drawers in the kitchen, and Winston does that all day long. He's tearing things apart. He's climbing up something. He's busy everywhere. And Gage was very, very mellow, just very content sitting and watching a movie or sitting and playing. So he definitely reminds me of Braylee because he's just so busy. I remember when I had Braylee and Gage and people telling me, boys are so wild and girls are so easy. And always thinking, I think my babies like got switched because Gage was so much more mellow than Braylee was.
But I don't think you could put a gender on those kind of things.
Right.
All the kids were very different.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no! He's being wild, I know. That's okay. This is so funny having them here.
I can't understand his language ever. Yeah.
I know, I think that they talk like little minions. Winston will be like, I'm like, I know you think that you're saying something to me, but you're not. Like, you're just a little minion.
It's really cute. I love our little minions.
Yeah, it's so funny. So let's see if anything about the twins remind Angel of little Marcus.
Oh, this is simple. The way they are like their big brother Marcus is when they are in a talkative mood. Little Marcus used to talk our heads off when he was a baby. Just so much gibberish. And now Sai especially has got his gibberish going and he'll just get to talking. And then sometimes Kai will get into the mood. And Kai, the way he sounds reminds me more of little Marcus. But Sai, the amount that he talks reminds me of little Marcus. Because Kai can get really, really loud when he talks, and that was little Marcus. He was a loud talking baby. He wanted to make sure we heard him. So when they get into their conversation modes, it takes me and Big Marcus back to when little Marcus was a baby.
Our last question comes from Rosie Tard. Come here, boys. They're all over the place. No,
just running into the camera.
Yeah. Just like if you feel an earthquake, it's because of the boys. They're just running. Yeah. This question was actually a really good question. I am excited to answer it. Do you think that you have to be truthful with your children at all times? I love you all, by the way. Thank you, we love you. This is a really good question. Do you think that we have to be truthful with the kids at all times?
I mean, I try to be as truthful as possible, but I do think that there are times when I'm not always totally truthful. I don't know, that seems hard. That's hard to answer because I don't want to seem like I lie to my kids because I don't. But
yeah, it's an interesting thing because there are some things that like my kids will ask that I know they're not ready to hear. Right. So like sometimes I will soften things, or I do think it's important to tell them as much truth as possible. Yeah. Like be as truthful as you possibly can, but still preserving like their innocence or their you know, what they're prepared to learn or prepared to know right away.
Yeah, because children can't always handle the truth of everything. So just like you said, I feel like I always try to like answer their questions the best I can, but like keeping it appropriate for them being children.
Right. And I also feel like sometimes, you know, I feel like I want to lie. Like Avia is very inquisitive. She's always asking me questions, and sometimes I don't want to tell her how I really feel about something.
Yeah, right.
But I do sometimes dance around things. Yeah. But I think that she is smart enough to know and notice when I do that.
She's like right on.
Because I don't think it's okay to just flat out lie to them, because that just gives them a bad example
Right.
of, you know, what they should be doing.
Yeah.
So I definitely try to be as honest as possible. I am guilty of dancing around things, but I definitely try not to flat out lie.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I don't feel like I've ever lied to my kids if they've said, like, if they've asked me a question, I don't feel like I've ever just been, like, lie.
Mhm.
I definitely think that I try to, like, dance around it, just like you said.
Dance around it.
It's
I
like,
try to, like,
no.
I turn it back on them, like, well, why do you
I
want
do
to know?
too. Well, do you believe in it? You know, like,
What do you think?
with like holidays and things like that.
Like the question, you know, I've had my kids ask me, like, are fairies real? Do fairies exist? And I tell them, like, I've never seen one, but it doesn't mean that they don't exist. Because I sincerely think that. Yeah, like, I've never seen one. I can't tell you that they do, but I can't tell you that they don't. So,
And I always answer those questions with, like, I believe in the magic of fairies.
Mhm.
I believe in that stuff, you know? So I always kind of dance around it in that way, like, what I really do believe. I believe in the magic of fairies and,
Yeah.
and thinking that they're out there doing things like that. So,
Yeah, I like it. I know it's a hard thing to always, but I do think that being truthful is the best way.
yeah.
Yeah,
I do too, because if your children catch you in a lie, they're less likely to trust you, and you never want to break that trust with your kids.
And it's the same with them. Like when your kids lie to you, it does break trust, and you don't want to teach them that it's okay to do that.
Yeah. You know what? I've had a hard time with Braylee. She said before, "You're a liar." I'm like, why do you think that I'm a liar? She said, well, you said, like, we were going to go and do this thing, and we didn't. And I've been trying to teach her, like, there are times that I say, like, we're going to go swimming today, and it doesn't end up happening, but, you know,
Right,
but to my children, sometimes that makes them think, like, you lied to us. You said we were going to swimming. So I've been trying to explain the difference between those two things, but
Yeah.
I didn't ever think about that, like, that feels like a lie to them.
Yeah. I think too though, if you explain it to them, like if you were gonna go swimming and then something comes up, you say, you know what, I know I said this, but because of this and that,
Yeah.
this is what's
Yeah, I
happening.
definitely learned from that, because instead of just saying, well, we're not going today,
Mhm.
it is good to explain. I just didn't ever think that they would feel like that was a lie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear what Angel thinks about
Yes, Angel, what do you think?
You know what? I do actually feel obligated as a parent to be honest with my children. And I understand, yeah, they can't handle everything, but I feel like there's a way to flavor it in a way they can handle it. Like when little Marcus asked me how are kids made, I didn't graphically go into how kids can be made, meaning like with just mother nature and two adults, not with, you know, IVF or other ways that people can become babies, but become pregnant. But I did like give him a scientific enough that it wasn't too overwhelming, but it also wasn't a lie. So I feel like, yeah, I feel obligated to be as truthful as possible, but also color it in a way that he can process it, if that makes sense. Because there's certain things he can't process yet. It's too much. But the stuff that I know he can process, I want to be as truthful as possible. But I understand why some parents would feel necessary to lie. That's not to say I haven't lied to him before. I think I probably have, especially when it comes to like a secret. I don't tell him the truth because he can't keep a secret. All right, guys, it was great seeing you all. I'm going to put these, oh, somebody just woke up. Is that what you said? Oh, well, we're about to go. Tell them bye-bye. You gonna tell him bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Yeah, well, we're definitely going to have to go bye-bye because he's going to come get this whole camera down and take down the tripod. All right, say bye-bye, ladies. Say bye-bye, Colette and Kayli and Dexton and Winston. You say bye? Yeah. Or you can go back to sleep.
Thank you, Angel. We always love hearing from you. She always has great insight.
I know. Alright, you guys, well, that is it for Mommy and Me. Please let us know if you would like to keep seeing updates of the babies now that they are toddlers. I don't know how that happened so fast, but we always love catching up with each other, and I think that these are a lot of fun. So let us know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for sending us your Twitter questions, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.